Hello, world. Lyss Remaly checking in. I was on YouTube quite a few years ago and haven't been on in I guess we're going on 6, 7 years, and I'm going to explain why. But I also wanted to reintroduce myself. My name is Lyss Remaly. You can call me Fabulous. I went through a pretty cool transformation where I went from almost 400 pounds to then going on to winning my pro card in natural bodybuilding. And that was quite an experience. And I was very active on Instagram and here on YouTube during that transformation. And something very fascinating happened on the other end of that transformation. I call it the physical transformation. The pandemic happened, and I found myself alone in an apartment with my own thoughts, my own memories. And I realized that I really hadn't built any emotional coping skills for myself along the way. I had built better distractions, healthier numbing tools, maybe more productive avoidance techniques, but I didn't work on the pieces that were going to give me the tools to handle life differently. And I experienced a bit of an emotional rock bottom where the structure of my life came crumbling down. And I was left looking at the foundation of who I am as a person and just the remnants of my life around me. And so while I then realized that I assumed that happiness was waiting for me on the other side of weight loss. Because all over the years, I would say, once I lose weight, I'll be happy because I'll like my body. People will like me. I'll like myself. I'll feel better. Then it'll be better. I'll be happy. But then on the other end of the weight loss, I thought the bodybuilding would make me happy, and that would, make life better, and I'll feel good, and I'll be sexy, and I'll have muscles. I'll be a whole new woman. It was on the other side of that I realized I had to build happiness. It wasn't something that you go looking for. You have to build it, but you have to build it inside. And so here I am. My life is not anything I wanted to share on social media. Emotional issues really aren't sexy to share. They're not flashy, and they're uncomfortable. And so because they're uncomfortable, folks don't really want to hear about them. But I think it's a really important topic of conversation for us to have and for it to be an open dialogue, especially now with the world we live in. We need to have better emotional coping skills and tools, no matter who you are, not just bariatric people or people on medical weight loss or even people on a weight loss journey. Everybody can use better emotional weight loss tools. So I I realized that the first thing I had to do was really fix the cracks in my foundation, to really spend time focusing on what it is that I needed to heal, what I needed to work on and process through in order to move forward into a new life and to rebuild a new structure, but something stronger and sturdier and one that I build with my own hands, as opposed to a structure of a life that's based off of reactions and survival and trying to fit in. I also received a learning disability diagnosis during this time. And so while it was very relieving, I experienced quite a significant amount of grief for my old life, for my father who had passed during that time as well, and for this diagnosis. And so I decided to really work on that emotional coping skills and tools. And I wasn't ready to share that journey until I was on the other side of it, to where I could verbalize the experience and explain it in a way that's understandable. Emotional things are really challenging to explain in a way that I think is understandable for folks. And I will use this channel as a safe place for us to have those conversations. I will be very open and honest about my emotional struggles and the things that I went through. I also want to hear from you, and I'm here to support anybody who needs it. we all need each other. Us as human beings, us as people, we need to be kind to each other, starting with ourselves. And so I wanted to give you a little highlight as to my return. I wanted to reintroduce myself and drop a little breadcrumb of what you're going to be experiencing moving forward on this channel. I thank you for your time. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to hear my story and be on my channel. I hope to get to know you, and I look forward for you to get to know me a little better. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy Monday, and good luck with the rest of your week. Make it fabulous.